Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into a really fascinating corner of the digital marketing world. We're going to look specifically at a private label rights package, which is basically a buy it and brand it as your own product called Lead Naturally. Now on the surface, this thing looks like an absolute steal, right? Like a complete business ready to launch. But beneath that glossy exterior, there is a complex, recycled, and much more expensive hidden mechanism at play. We're going to break down exactly what you get up front and, more importantly, what you don't see coming on the back end. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. When you first land on the sales page for Lead Naturally, you're immediately greeted by this towering digital box set. It's pitched as an 11-module fast start coaching kit completely focused on a super high-demand topic, authentic leadership. And you know, the visual appeal is undeniable. You can clearly see a ton of resources stacked up, promising this instant, ready-to-sell curriculum that you can literally just slap your own name on.
And the vendor wants to make absolutely sure you know just how much all of this is supposedly worth. They meticulously break down every single one of those 11 modules to reach a staggering total claimed package value of $2,837. They're setting a really firm anchor in your mind right from the jump. You're looking at nearly $3,000 worth of professionally produced leadership content, marketing materials, and graphics.
But here's the hook. You are not paying $2,837. The entry price, what marketers like to call a front-end tripwire, designed to be a totally frictionless first purchase, is an incredibly tempting $13.08. Just notice the sheer psychological contrast they're creating there. They're offering you what looks like a comprehensive coaching business for less than the cost of a couple of coffees. It's designed specifically to get you right through that door.
So, Section 1, inside the PLR package. What do you actually get?
What exactly are you getting for that $13.08? Well, the core of the product genuinely delivers on its upfront promise. You get 10 well-structured, research-backed written lessons covering really vital topics like generosity and effective influence. But they don't just stop at text. You're also getting 10 professionally produced corresponding video modules. So this isn't just fluff. It's actual, usable, high-quality content designed to help people lead more authentically.
And they keep that momentum going by giving you even more formats. You get MP3 audio files for on-the-go learning, which is a huge plus for accessibility and perceived value. On top of all that, you receive fully editable Photoshop graphic templates for the e-covers and banners. This means you aren't just getting the content, you're getting the raw design assets you need to quickly rebrand it and make it look entirely like your own unique creation.
But the absolute crucial point is the private label rights license. This is the whole shebang. It legally allows you, as the buyer, to rebrand, edit, and sell the finished PDFs and MP4 videos as your own, keeping 100% of the profits. You are essentially buying the rights to become the author and creator of this entire curriculum without having to write a single word yourself.
Sounds almost too good to be true, right? A complete digital business for $13? But what actually happens after you click buy? Well, this is where our explainer takes a sharp turn. We're pivoting away from that glossy, enticing sales page and diving straight into the investigative reality of the digital marketing funnel that's waiting for you on the other side of that checkout button.
Which brings us to Section 2, the hidden funnel uncovered.
To really understand what's going on behind the scenes, we're drawing on independent data from a ClickRatina review that tracked the live back end of this launch. And they exposed a really fascinating strategy known as funnel bundling. See, when you buy that initial $13 product, you aren't just sent straight to a download page. You're entered into a funnel, a sequence of one-time upsell offers. But the major catch here? Those upsells aren't actually new products designed specifically to complement Lead Naturally. They're bundled from elsewhere in the vendor's catalog.
And this table brilliantly illustrates exactly what we mean. Out of 14 total listings in this entire sales funnel, only the front-end product and one small add-on are actually brand new Lead Naturally content. The remaining 12 upsell listings, they are completely recycled. 6 of them are from an older product called Confidence Comeback Blueprint, and another 6 are from something called the Impact Accelerator Bundle. So you're being pitched older, unrelated products cleverly disguised as next-step upgrades. Now, let's look neutrally at why a vendor would do this. The creator runs what's known as a high-frequency fire sale operation. Records show they launch a brand new PLR product every few days or weeks. From a purely structural business standpoint, creating 6 brand new, highly produced upsells for every single rapid-fire launch is practically impossible. Reusing a proven, existing upsell ladder is a highly scalable business shortcut.
For example, that confidence comeback content is actually 5 months old. The danger here is simply that enthusiastic buyers might unknowingly purchase completely unrelated content, thinking it's all part of the authentic leadership package they originally signed up for.
Moving into Section 3, analyzing the true costs. So we know the content is recycled, but how deep does this rabbit hole really go? Well, if you were to blindly click yes to every single one of those recycled upsells and hidden add-ons presented to you, your total combined price would hit a shocking $438.53. Remember that incredibly low, tempting front-end hook of $13.08 we saw earlier? Yeah, that was just the very beginning of a carefully engineered monetization pathway designed to maximize revenue from every single buyer.
It really comes down to navigating the maze carefully. If you only buy the true Lead Naturally assets, just the front end and its one relevant add-on, your cost is a very reasonable $20.08, and you get exactly what you came for, 100% relevant leadership content. But if you get caught up in the heat of the moment and buy the total funnel, you are spending over $430 on a massive pile of unrelated, recycled content that has absolutely nothing to do with authentic leadership.
Let's wrap this up with Section 4, the final verdict. We've seen the glossy front, and we've seen the hidden back. Based on the data, here's the most practical way to look at this. Buy it if you simply want a low-stakes, high-quality PLR asset for around $13, and you are savvy enough to strictly avoid clicking yes on all those recycled upsells. It's for sure still a good deal for that base content. However, skip it entirely if you expect a cohesive, fully self-contained funnel, or if you just strongly dislike having to navigate through blind, recycled one-time offers to get what you bought. If you do decide to proceed, here's a concise pre-purchase checklist to keep in your back pocket. First, always try to verify the sales page directly yourself. Second, and literally most importantly, check the actual product names of the one-time offers before you click buy. Don't just assume they match the main product. Third, keep in mind the vendor has a strict no-refund policy on these PLR packages. All sales are final. And finally, if you're an affiliate promoting this, do the right thing and disclose to your audience that most of the funnel is made up of older, recycled launches. And that brings us to the end of our explainer today. We've seen exactly how a high-value $13 offer serves as the gateway to a massive recycled monetization machine. And honestly, it leaves us with a pretty provocative thought to end on. As the pressure to constantly launch new products increases in this fast-paced creator economy, are these hidden, recycled funnels simply becoming the new normal? Thank you so much for joining me, and I encourage you to always keep questioning what's truly behind the buy button.